Never lose hope in your life. How often have you felt to the ground and thought about quitting it all? When you have hit rock bottom and it feels like the end of the world, or when the walls are caving in and all you can hear is despair so loud. I know almost all of us have experienced this feeling because it's normal. It's called life. But what's not normal is how some people choose to treat this feeling. The constant reminder of quitting makes them hopeless in life and for themselves, and so they quit. Why is quitting so easy? It surely does not make us happy, nor it satisfies our desire, but compromises our dreams by giving them up. So why quit when you can be headstrong and keep moving on? It is hard, no doubt, but it will give you happiness, which is the purpose of your life. Let me share a story with you. This is a story of a passionate girl who fell prey to such discouraging thoughts, but she got up, dusted herself off, and went on to achieve greatness. A girl named Fatima, who had just graduated from FSC, struggling hard like all the FSC grads for the medical entrance test. She worked day and night to achieve her goal, but unfortunately, she could not clear it in the first attempt. This left her heartbroken and hopeless because she strived for it and ended up not clearing the entrance test. While Fatima was going through an emotional distress, her family and friends were pressurizing her to just give up the dream and go for another field. Under the societal pressure, Fatima felt like she had no choice but to blindly accept what her family and friends tell her. She personally wanted to take a year off and work even more harder to apply for the entrance test next year. But her family and friends viewed a gap year as nothing but a waste of time. So they kept her telling things to demotivate the idea of her taking a gap year. This was when Fatima feels like the walls are caving in and quitting on her dream was the only way because people said so. She fell prey to it and accepted what they told her to do. Fatima chose another field because her family and friends persisted. She joined a college to have bachelor's in economics, but in back of her mind she still had a dream, so she decided to give the entrance test the second time while studying economics on the other hand. She had a hard time coping up with two entirely different studies, but she had to. One was making others happy, the other was making her happy. But have you not heard of the saying, you cannot ride two boats at the same time? Same was the case with Fatima. She had two different majors on her plate. It was hard to cope up with both, but she would give it as much as she could. The next entrance test came. Fatima applied for it and went to give it her best shot, but she feared in her heart that it wasn't her utmost best since she had engagements regarding the other field. And when the results rolled in, Fatima had not cleared it the second time either. This time, she was completely broke. She locked herself in a room and cried till her eyes ran dry. She felt hopeless, useless, and worthless. She was severely depressed. She did not eat, meet people, or sleep properly. Not only her room, but she too was a mess. All she could think was how useless she feels like. One day, she thought to clean her messy room, and while she was arranging her books, she came across her childhood's best bedtime storybook. She randomly was going through it when unexpectedly and unintentionally she stumbled upon the story of King Bruce and the Spider. Now we all have grown up hearing the story of King Robert Bruce of Scotland, that how he was hiding hopeless in a cave because of the fear of losing the battle. While he sights a spider who tries to crawl to top but fails 6 times. Despite failing 6 times and falling to the ground, he still gets up and tries, and finally reaches his destination after all struggle and tries. This motivates King Bruce to pick up his sword and fight back in the battle. He starts to believe in trying till you reach your goal. Now Fatima happened to came across the most relatable childhood story at the right time. Upon reading it, it brings tears to her eyes and she starts to believe in herself again. She gets up, dusts herself off, and makes up her mind to take another gap year. And this time, not listening to other people, but to her own intuition. She sets her goal to give her studies all the time in order to clear the entrance test and to achieve her goal. The story motivated Fatima like it does all of us. She was full of hope and positivity once again. She believed if she will give it her best, she will achieve it. So she did. She worked hard, gave all her abilities. She gave it her blood, sweat and tears because this time she made sure it's 100%. And when the registration for the entrance test started, Fatima applied for the third time. She attempted it, giving her best. She waited fingers crossed for her result, and when the result announced, Fatima had aced it. She thanked God she found herself and fought back despair to chase her dream and make it come true. The lesson. In our lives, we often lose ourselves to discouragement and despair, leaving ourselves depressed for a long time, thinking to adopt the easy way out and quit. But we forget, if we try and keep on trying with all our best, we will achieve our goals. So be the one that tries and be content rather than the one who quits and regrets not trying it later. Believe in yourself and never lose hope even in your weakest times. Always remember this and stay happy.